Hello and welcome to my channel. We're going to be doing a quick little exercise today just to get used to the Autocad annotations, the drawing, modification, and anything alike. So I'll put up an image of what we're going to be doing today, and it's pretty straightforward, and hopefully you learn something out of it. So the first thing I might do is the top view. So what I'll do is I'll go into the rectangle command, and I'll just click and select it. So I click anywhere on here. As it tells you to pick a actual location on the coordinate system, then you just pick an arbitrary point. So as you can see, just by looking at the image, if I go top view first, the length going across is 88, and the width of it is, well, it says a radius of 12.5, so we'll go with that. See, I was zoomed pretty far out, so it looks a bit funky. Radius was 12.5, but the diameter is what we need, so it should be actually 25. So sorry, I'll do it again. So what we do is 88, and we do 25 mils. So that should be starting off the top here, which is good. So now we've got a we can get a better visual of what we're doing here. So what I'll do now is that there is a slot in the center, and there's a couple of hidden lines as well. See, because it sort of goes, and if you look at the drawing, there's two like 90-degree corners on there. So we can do the slot in the center first. So you can make a reference point, or you can even add the center line in first. It's completely up to you. Because I don't actually have the center line on here, so I might create one. So press create, go center line. Okay, line type, load, scroll down, you find the center, select OK, and line weight, and we keep this default line type. Correct. So that's done. So now if I'm going to go center, I will go ship in this Dropbox center line, then make sure that the layer, this is by layer. If it's not by layer, or you don't have it on center, then you won't see the center line come up. So select the line, polyline to you, give yourself, snap it from, if you don't know how to turn these snaps on too, it's just in the bottom corner here, snap cursor, and I have all these selected, but you don't need to. Sometimes it's a bit annoying because you start to snap on to stuff that you don't want to. So in this case, you really just need like a midpoint, center, intersections, tangent, perpendicular, and endpoint. They're pretty good. The rest, and node. But in this case, so I'll hover over the center, go back a bit, where you see the little green. If you look, you'll see a little green dotted line following the cursor. Move out, you see it there. So I just select the point. And if I press F8, put on auto mode, and it should just now. What I don't like here is the scaling of the center line. It's a bit big for this, for what we're doing. So we go properties, just right click or type it. It's you. As long as if I change the scale, I can change the. Let's just select it. It's nothing gonna happen. See how I changed the scale, and now it sort of looks a little bit more normal. Pull it down a little bit more. That's probably a little bit better. So press escape. That's just in case if anyone doesn't do it. So the slot location, if we look on the image, I'll bring it up every now and again. If you look on the image, it says it's 28 mil centers. So from center to center, and it's 32 mils away from the far edge to the right to the first hole. So in this case, what we can do is everyone has their own technique. One way you can do it is you just hover it over. But see, if I hover it, it's not giving me a 0 point. So I sometimes just go, well, I can just go from the end here. I'm sorry, just get a center line. I can do radius. This sort of just takes me to where I need to go. So the first point would be 32. Then the second point I'm going to get to is 32 plus 28, which is 60. So now of those 2 points there, and now it's because it's a slot, it wants a radius of 6 and space bar 6 again. And then you should have a 2 holes that's got 6 mil radius. Now we can just delete these. Go to line. Tangent. Let's say this is when it's good to have the tangent turned on, do snap, the object snap. Then you're going to put that in. Then you can go trim. Just trim off the bits that you don't actually need. And see what it's done here. It didn't do the. Is that it didn't snap onto the it must have got an angle. It wasn't actually flat, it was a tangent to it. So what I'll do is I'll just go across like that. And hopefully it's just it will sort of automatically constrained once I trim away, because it would be just touching it. So yeah, so there's our slot. It's good. So now what we need now is because it doesn't need to be hidden here because it's going upwards. So we just need a 12 mil, 12, a line 12 mils away from the edge. We can go 12. Snap. Now, another thing you can do, so this obviously going to be, there's a couple of holes if you look in the drawing on both sides of the, on one side of the drawing is you got a hole, and on the other side you got a couple of chamfered edges. So that will come onto like a hidden detail on the drawing. So we do the side with the hole first. So with that one there, you need to go hidden line, hidden, having purple, having any color you want, but in this case I'll just have it in purple. But when you print, you print it in monochrome anyway, so it should be with black. So what I'll do is the polyline, and I'll save this one. I'll just go like this, and I will go diameter of the hole is 12 mils, so that's 6 mil. Radius, number of polyline, go down. Down. I don't have it scaled appropriately on here, sorry. So I just have to try and fix these up. Otherwise you might notice the dash lines. That was on 3 scale, which is a bit strange. But I might go to 5. So that's that side. On the other side, there is a hidden line going down and two hidden lines going across. So we're going to go back to this one, 0.25, so we keep that correct scale. We should be able just to change scalings and settings, but I can do that on a different video. But in this case, I'm going to go, so it's 9 mils in the other end. So go from the edge. Well, what you can do, actually, I'll show you a quick way. So you highlight it, go explode. Now, what that's done, it's actually broken vectors into single entities. So now I can just go to offset, enter, 9 across, 9, select it, go across like that, let's enter, then go to match properties, MA, select the other hidden line, and select that. Okay, now these are 9, 7 mil. So need 7 mil from the edge on each side, which is fair enough. So go 7, and spacebar, 7, then polyline, go across that, and again that. So now that should have given you a hidden line for the opposite side. So it should just be 11 minutes. Perfect. So that's the top view done. Now to do the bottom view, I like to try and keep it as consistent as possible. So what I would usually do is I'll start to put, you might find I'll start putting random lines, but I try and do it to put on a layer, like a construction layer that not visible when it's printed. As you can see, this one here says depth points, and it doesn't look like it's visible for printing. Or if you select press print, you get like a little red dot, then they can't see it print. So what I'll do is I'll do a line. I like to do some lines, and maybe in color, so you can see it. Doesn't have to be a specific length down. It's just more so of a guide. So you can select it. And you can just press enter like that, but you can just press spacebar, which will allow you to repeat the command. Down, down, and down. So you want to keep a relatively decent distance apart from each other. So you can sort of just pick a point. So what I'll do now is I'll go into the rectangle. I'll change the layer into the outline, and I will go to rectangle. And because it was setting from the end, distance should automatically be given, but I need a thickness, and the thickness should be 9 mil. So snap it to the end. Create. If it doesn't snap properly, just put down the dimension anyway. Okay, 9 mil. Then I should have another one coming down. So 19. Down to where the cutouts are, those tapered edges, and another 7, so that should give it 26 down. So I'm just going to go 9 there, 26. That. Then I'm actually see how I feels like I'm a bit too close to it, so I'll just highlight it all and just follow it down that line. If you want to move it again later, you can. So now I'll go. So this one's 12, as you can see. So I go 12 there. Now that distance is, what I might do is I'll start from down here. Go 12. Yeah, because it's 34 to the center of the that hole. So here 13, 34. Then obviously there's a radius at the top there. So you can just go 12 across 12 there, sorry. And radius is 12.5, 25 diameter there. But you just need a radius, so 12.5. Okay, so we can just trim away some of these lines. Make it look like that. Now we can just add the hidden line again. So, because that one's a essentially just a circle, so the hidden line there should be the same as the top. So we enter. But the center line is 34. So I should have kept that 34 line there, but anyway, I'll just go 34 again. Now, what you can do is you can click one, control control right click, snap between 2 points, copy that one, control right click, snap between 2 points. Two points. Base point, control right click, 2 points. So you go from that point here, you got the center. Let's grab the center. Because it's an ortho mode, just go down, snap it onto the center point of that radius. Delete that. You can also copy this down. And again, go control right click between 2 points. That one. That one. And I will just grab it. And you don't have to hold it. Just click it once and it will just move. Let's move it down. Yeah. And then you have a couple of the center lines coming in the center there. So obviously you need where the end of this slots are. So what I can do here is I'm gonna just trim. And we'll go to do MA, match properties, or it's also up here. So for the M ones, I'll go hidden line. So select the source object. That one. And that one. And for these other ones here, I'll make that center line. And just gotta be careful that one there. Yeah, it says center, so it just needs to be extended. try and keep them as flush as possible. Okay, we just move those down for so what I'll do now is I need to add a solid line down the bottom here for the tapers. Polyline 7 mils up. So explode. So yeah, it's breaking that up. So offset. So do 7. Up. And start deleting some of these lines. That's the front view. Yeah, this one's gonna be pretty good. The side ones should be pretty easy. So again, I'm just gonna do these lines again. Into center line. Into so now what I'll do is I go to outline, rectangle, pick a spot. Now we're going to go 25 and the overall 26. 26 plus 34 should be 60. 60. But then if you're unsure, you will just go down to the bottom and just check some dimensioning, just make sure everything is looking like it's making sense. Like straight away that says 72.5, so because of the radius at the top, sorry. That's right. So that's okay. So just trying to out. That should be 72.5. So perfect. So what we do now is line up the hole, which is a 12 mil diameter. So its radius, so 6 mil. So what I'll do is I'm going to move between 2 points, there, and there. Then just go a 6 mil radius. Then I want the radius at the top. So I got snap in the center there. Then you can just slide over to the edges. Should snap onto the edges of that. Then you can just go snip, 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 snip. Okay. So I had solid line down here. So let's put a line. So I've got a line running out already, so I can just trim. Okay, my properties. And there's a couple of sort of tiny bit cutouts. So it's 7 so just start up there. Okay. Make sure you can turn it. Because it's 7 so I'll go 45 to it. So, neutral. So that should be 7, so we'll go trim again. Trim. Trim. So yeah, there are places all the hidden lines. Going across. I'll just do a line like that. Let's go trim. Trim. And a the hidden line. Select there. Now we're running that the slot up here is a 12 mil diameter or a 6 mil radius. So I would go line center. And I would go offset. And go to growth. And 6. Offset. Offset. Straight. And select it. Select it. Delete that line. Now we can do exactly the same thing to the other side. Just copy. Bring it over. Maybe put it back in ortho mode. Slide it over there. Like that. Like that. And this one here just being changing these to the correct layer. You can just go in there. So instead of this one being hidden, this one will be solid, and this bottom one will be hidden. So you go. Inside. Magical. Enter. Now, if you want to correct these up, can. So, we can make it. So, somewhere around 30. We can that. Yeah. Select that. Move command. That. We got overlapping lines. So I would go to the type that overkill. All of it. Spaceman. Leave it all default. It's okay. And another thing I would do is probably go highlight all again join, turns them into polylines. So now it's back to your single entity. And that's how you do that. Thank you.